Now, a man who died after a car collided with a group of people in Sheffield yesterday has been named as father of two Christian Marriott. Christian, known as Chris, was out for a post-Christmas walk with his wife and two young sons, aged 8 and 6. It's believed he left his family to try and give first aid to a woman lying unconscious in the street. It is also believed she had been involved in an altercation between a group of people. A car then collided with Mr. Marriott, the woman he was helping, and a crowd that had gathered around him. Let's cross live now to Sheffield to get more on this and join our Yorkshire and Humber reporter, Anna Riley. Anna, a tragic tale of a wonderful father caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. What's the latest?
Yes, it certainly is, Martin. Chris, the victim of that crash incident where that car ploughed into him as he was giving first aid to a woman lying unconscious on the street, rendering the 46-year-old father of two dead at the scene. Also, the woman that was unconscious, she remains in hospital. 6 other people were injured in the attack as well, including an off-duty midwife. Now, speaking to residents here on College Close, this is where the incident happened. You might be able to see behind us floral tributes have been laid, but residents certainly still reeling from that. It happened on Wednesday afternoon at around 2 o'clock, but people still here shaken by what has gone on. I've been out speaking to residents, and this is what eyewitness Tarek Naily told me about what happened.
Around and screaming, and the car crashed into the sign next door, and a lot of fighting over there. I think 6-7 people fighting each other opposite side, and there is one guy in his 20s. His face is full of blood. And one woman lying down beside, I think she's injured. And they say there is 2 people underneath the car, stuck under the car, and there is another guy sitting beside. And then the police came and they lift the car up and they pull the 2 people underneath. Then later we have heard the news that one of them has passed away. It is a quiet, nice area, everybody cheering and saying hello whenever you walk around. So we never expected that to happen.
Tarek there telling us about what happened on this normally quiet cul-de-sac. Now, tributes have been pouring in for Chris. He was well known in the community for his charitable work, and he was a member of the local church. He was known for his work helping at a food bank and helping children out as well in the summer holidays. Now, the family of Chris have released a statement that's been put out by South Yorkshire Police, and in this they said Chris was a wonderful husband, dad, brother, uncle and friend to many. He devoted much of his life to helping others, including at Sheffield College, Jubilee Food Bank and Debt Advice Voluntary Action Sheffield, and more recently Community Money Advice as a trustee of Manor and Castle After School and Kids Clubs. The circumstances of his death, although tragic and unfathomable to us, his family, show the sort of man that he was, to go to help rather than to turn away. Chris was also a man of faith who wanted others to also experience the joy he had found trusting Jesus. We take comfort in these most difficult of times in our belief that he is with his Lord and Saviour whilst we mourn his loss. And they also ask for anybody with information to come forward to the police and say we would urge anyone to share this so that we can understand better the circumstances in which he died. The church group as well that he's also a member of, Christ Central, paid tribute to him in a statement, and they said it's an unbelievably awful situation and we are heartbroken for the family. Now, South Yorkshire Police have been continuing their patrols here today. Detectives have been seen knocking door to door to get more witness statements from people to help them put this case together. They've also been asking for CCTV that people may have of the incident, doorbell and dashcam footage as well to be sent to them to assist with their inquiry. We know that a 23-year-old man arrested on suspicion of murder, is still in custody. A 55-year-old man was arrested for attempted murder and he has been bailed. So police still appealing for anyone with information to come forward to get justice for Chris and his family. He leaves behind his heartbroken wife and 2 young children, boys aged just 8 and 6.
OK, Anna Riley, thank you very much for that full update from this tragic incident. And joining us now to tell us more is former Metropolitan Police Detective Peter Blexley. Peter, what can you say about this case? Here is a good man setting out to do the right thing, a man of faith, a well-respected pillar of the community, worked at a food bank, known for his charity work until the end. The tragic end was trying to help others. What do we know about the build-up to this case?
Well, it would appear from witness testimonies, not only from the man who spoke to your channel, but from other testimonies that I've found elsewhere, that this might have been the culmination of an ongoing dispute of some sort. So the police investigation will have to sort out the who, where, why, what and when, not only of this tragic fatal incident, but any incidents that might have preceded it, that might have led to this dreadful set of circumstances where a clearly wonderful man tragically lost his life.
And Peter, it would appear that Chris wasn't the target of this vehicle. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, many detectives these days are trained in collision investigation. It wasn't such a thing back in the day, but because vehicles are increasingly used in crime, it's only right that senior detectives have that experience. Modern vehicles can often give up their secrets through something that's known in policing circles as telematics, essentially onboard computers that so many modern vehicles have fitted into them these days. These can tell the speed, the direction, the history of someone's driving, braking distances, and many other pieces of crucial data to help an investigation like this. So that will definitely be being explored, together with more traditional secrets that collision scenes often throw up, and that is the transfer of chips of paint, for example, from a vehicle to a person, fragments of glass, pieces of plastic and the like. It will be a very forensic heavy investigation here, and hopefully together with forensics, CCTV, perhaps mobile phone evidence, dashcam and the like, a full, accurate and truthful picture will be able to put forward in front of a court.
Well, Peter, 2 men have been arrested already on suspicion of murder and on suspicion of attempted murder. Both men remain in custody. So this isn't a case of who done it, is it? It's a case of why did they do it?
My understanding is that one man has already been released on bail and the 23-year-old man remains in custody. And whilst I won't go into specifics about his detention, what the police are able to do is detain anybody for 24 hours. Thereafter, they would need to apply for an extension to that detention time, say up to 36 hours, which can be granted by a senior officer of superintendent rank, and any detention beyond that, they would probably have to apply to a court to keep somebody in custody for a longer period. But all these inquiries, the forensics, the house-to-house, and of course interviewing of witnesses and potential suspects will all lead to what will hopefully be the truth being established. What led to this, who was involved, what it culminated in, and if there is any criminal responsibility, who is that person and can they then be charged?
OK, Peter Blexley, thank you for joining us on the show. It's always a pleasure to have you on. It's such a shame it's under such tragic circumstances on this occasion.